Okay,
opening duel,
we got
lost.
Giants on defense, BBL on attack, second map, nothing crazy for the buy,
but we don't want to see Purpo
nothing crazy for the comps as well.
in a row. Even on losses last year, someone that was
Little
shining
Killjoy,
for this
Cypher
squad.
death,
GX on the defense.
Lose a
1-0
instant reaction push middle. They either had a trap or a reaction push, and this could be pretty good because they are here fast. Like the Cypher might get caught.
And they're certainly going in quickly. Already taking a site, but check out behind. There's a couple of fellas on the walk up. They've been spotted.
Nice little shock from Heaven as well. Is this double shock?
That does work out for a kill at least.
Yeah, it's whether or not now they make the decision to move the spike in that direction.
Nice defensive smoke.
Down is definitely
good reaction. Once Westside got pushed off here, this reactive smoke was pretty cool. He hears literally all three running as well. Comms can come in. And then they smoke to block the cross.
This is a really nice little mid
and then go back to A.
They have played the part. They have sold the fake. And look at them going all the way around the map.
Cool.
They couldn't be further away from the action at this point. If BBL now just walk into the A site, they have the plant they wanted, but for free.
Almost walked up behind B. Could have found Westside looking the other way. You know, for a moment there, no doubt GX are on the rotate, rubbing their hands together, going, oh, they still haven't planted. We're going to catch him. No, not quite.
So I would love this if Killjoy now went this way.
3 versus 4. The post plant on A exactly as intended from BBL.
What we got? Dude, Runner has full util. Runner has full util. We've got Omen Flash, we've got Dash.
As these players make their way
Giants should be so fine. Wait, they're going 3 Heaven? Oh god.
To emerge from the smoke. They hear utility.
Are they going to be fine?
They'll wait it out, but BBL again getting proactive. They're going to take the space up towards the spawn. I'm not sure if that's caught them, but they're in the smoke anyways. They're ready for a close range fight and winning most, if not all.
Damn, dude. I can't believe BBL won that. That is master mid-rounding. How have they done that? This retake was not great. I'm not going to lie. I don't get why. I don't get why these people are over towards Heaven.
Mentioned at the beginning, this is sort of Yumpy's inaugural season as that IGL, and
shout out to Yumpy though. If that's the kind of stuff I'm going to be seeing, that's awesome. This is a lovely, lovely smoke.
Go down for nothing, and then put Loon in a position to thrive, and well, every time that's happened.
Yeah, the mid-rounding here was awesome. In terms of pistols, we're at a 2-1.
Again and again.
It's meant to be a 2.
1-0 for BBL. And for Purpo,
and the time has stopped, and that's a tech pause. Phoenix Fisher, hello Phoenix, how we doing, mate? Good to see you, thank you, thank you. Did yet as well with the Prime, thank you so much with the 7 months also.
Having played here, it's Loon in a new area. Another pausa technica. Luckily though, nice and early on, like we say, after that pistol, somewhere where you expect GX to probably take an eco, and it should be a fairly quick round.
Yeah, surely it's a fast one.
We'll see if that's the case. For now though, a map under their belt and a potential good start to this map, something they were missing on Lotus for BBL. Times are a-changing.
Yeah, I think
wait, why is my BBL Giants VOD 11 minutes long? That's not great.
Not easy to do when you are playing with a
player missing.
Like, it's not like Vac will have been in the roster and
let's try that one again.
With them week in, week out. Like up until very recently, we thought Chiwa was going to be here, and as mentioned, like I think he is a player that if you've watched Valorant or EMEA Valorant for a decent amount of time, you know that
Wes Dorsey, thank you so much, bro. Appreciate that. Thank you.
He has shortened it, but he was someone that even back in some of the early seasons of Challengers,
Leo DC as well. Thank you so much, also, dude.
Not quite international, but masters before they were truly masters. That guy was there. That guy was performing. That guy was someone you feared.
What is going on with my brain today,
the fact
man?
He's not here is huge, but someone else who was also competing in those
events.
I
need the tech balls, man.
And so far,
please,
okay, sure, he's 0-1, but there has only been 1 round.
Yeah, give him a moment. Give him a moment. Yeah, for Chiwa, I still remember his play on Ascent Boathouse. Remember that till the day I die. BBL.
Don't push through the smoke.
And we're back into the game with
GX
on the
defense,
looking to get aggressive. Again, they didn't invest into this round. It is a low buy from the squad. Just a couple of pistols, but some sheriffs. They can always be dangerous. Luckily, Loon's already taken down 1.
I'm loving this perma outlaw or marshal, depending on armor.
We just started round 2, and he's already halfway there with the potential to farm up every one of these kills
try that again.
with 1 bullet, thanks to GX not investing into armor due to them having no credits. So, a pretty big round if Loon can put up some more numbers here, and look how many players are just itching
Squid
to give him a
_Val as
chance.
well.
Luckily,
Thank you so much for the
he
Prime,
walks the
dude.
other
Welcome
way.
into Slug Club. Thank you, thank you.
I would say lucky for who, but definitely for them. Definitely for them with the way he's been
TMV
performing
convinces
so far.
all the Giants are a dark horse.
Fairly
The roster
open
is good. Like the
seaside.
roster on paper is really, really good.
Westside has already proven that
But
the individual ability is there.
there's been some
the guy
sloppy
can aim,
rounds.
the guy can hit headshots, but this would have to be the best of them, especially with the fact that he's being flanked.
Yeah,
He's
TMV
got
can't be
players
trusted,
coming in
man.
from
He
behind
even got
already.
me with the wolf
Position
side.
cleared, and while the spam does the job well enough. Again, I like the pacing of which BBL plays these rounds. They're
Yeah,
very
min-maxing
careful,
a good
very
amount
methodical,
as well.
making
Gonna
sure
try
that
get
players
Sova a
can't
little bit.
sneak up on
Plant
them.
goes down.
Even having the cam late to basically check on every single player from GX. This is not looking
XLG
like a
is the
team
new
that,
dark
well,
horse. Dude,
maybe
they're
expected coming into today.
their buying stuff's really
I think
cool.
that's fair to say. Yeah, there were a lot of question marks, but now those blanks are being filled
This
in. and
Vice
I like what
deadlock
I'm seeing.
looks
GX,
horrible to play
like I
against.
said, this is just pistols. A chance to drop a couple of players, but the only one walking at them is the one with the pistol. He doesn't mind going down.
Yeah,
Any
and
damage from this point, though, would be
that's
substantial.
okay as well. Now, anything
Roots had
above
ripped
this is
clean
pretty
off. The
big.
weakest of the weapons have been dropped. Now the expensive ones, the Bulldog, the Vandal, still in play. Sociable. If he goes down, there's a chance for them to retreat.
Dude,
but
extra
that
kill
chance
here
fades
as
with
well.
Prophet coming up behind.
Sure.
Down goes
Loses a
Sociable.
gun, one away from an ult.
Runner luckily
Is
doesn't
it
land
worth?
an extra
Maybe.
shot. It's being costly.
Everyone's gonna be
And the
talking about the
chance is
sea orb
even there
right
for
here.
some weapons to be carried forward. Luckily, they'll still be able to scrape together a decent buy without breaking the bank.
Yeah, I guess as well, the saving grace for the players that ended up going down that had some sort of weaponry is the fact that they're the ones close to the ultimate. So
I'm
Luna
first try with the
Social's
Prime.
actually
Thank you so
one
much,
off
dude.
having
Thank you,
Hunter's
thank you.
Fury going into this round, which again,
Welcome into the Slug Club as well, man. Thank you for that.
round
Okay,
three
lot of
purges,
talk about this
even
orb
if
at the
he
moment,
just
right?
goes
Makes the
in,
most
tries
sense.
to get an
Easiest
orb,
call at the moment is I'm one
that
away
would
from
be enough.
orb.
That
I should
could
get
be
it. So
enough
we
to
have
get them
3
an
people
opener,
here
and
starting
then,
from
well,
Giants. Got
potentially
a stun
another
ready
gun on
for
the
the tap of this. Stun into swing, and we have a double swing, higher, lower.
Seems like a much
Here we
more
go,
direct
stun goes in,
approach
here comes
this
a double
round with the
swing.
mixed bag they have. Oh my
Wait,
word, Luke!
I gotta see that POV. How on
3
earth has he done
kills?
this?
Two
Two were revealed.
Fair enough, but it's BBL
Were
that
two
have the
revealed?
weaknesses.
One was
They're
revealed.
supposed to be at a disadvantage, but a couple seconds into the round, everybody's got weapons. Courtesy of
How's he
Luke.
done that?
So she was like, guys, I got the orb. The orb? Oh, do we need my Hunter's Fury still for the post-plant?
Yeah.
What? I feel like there's going to be people already typing in chat asking about, like, yeah, what's this cross?
Close your eyes, you missed it. I mean, we're all waiting for the replay anyway. We weren't on his POV till last
The mouse
kill.
sensitivity. What chair is he
Not
got?
that being on his
'Cause,
POV
this
was
has already
even
been
wrong
one
there,
hell of a
because
display. As I
we've
said,
got 6
we
people to
talk
choose
about
from.
players like Purpo. I think
You would
there are
imagine the
points
guy
last
top
year
site
where
should be
people
getting
were
the
talking
kill.
about freeing Purpo because of how good he was playing in matches. Right now, I don't think I've said his name other than to announce he's died to Loon.
Yeah, that seems to be it.
That's savage.
Seems a bit harsh.
Bladestorm.
No, that's
Coming
really
into
savage.
Does he
Oh,
need
that's
it?
funny,
He'll
though.
have killed everybody by the time he activates it.
Just keep using the Vandal at this rate.
Okay, show me
That is
it.
outrageous. Just a straight run up C-long.
Show me it.
Run and gun, take him down.
Sure,
There was a
recon
reveal
goes
coming
in,
through.
stun.
Sure, your stuns are going to help,
The
but
stun didn't hit
the
anyone.
individual prowess of this man to just rip heads off, sidesteps the stun, by the way.
Jesus.
They come in thinking
Just
they've got
dodges
at least
this.
one
Recon
kill
did hit
served
2
up
though.
for them, but no.
Wow, unfair
His
play.
bodyguard is there.
Sociable's going,
Incredible.
I got 2 assists in my review.
That's your first big buy round.
Running up those stats.
I think that was one of Power's strats, you know. He was just like,
I
yeah,
believe so.
Loon go kill. And Mark News, I'm not sure about that one.
That was nuts.
Wow.
Absolutely
what a
nuts.
start. 3-0 up, and he's
Bruh,
not stopping.
look
Already
at this
another
guy.
kill to add to the tally. Hasn't had a need to pop the Bladestorm early in this map. And okay, there's a couple of weapons to play behind for the side of GX. Maybe some hope for Purpo or Runner to try and do some damage. In fact, the hope is to gamble. Get 3 players in onto this.
They're gonna
step
late
things up,
re-clear short and
try
he's holding it.
reaggress. They're
Surely
walking
not.
into a danger zone.
How many is he getting? He's
Luke
dead,
gets them
right?
all. I've seen this before. Okay.
Okay.
For the first time.
All he
I
needed
was
was
gonna
a
say.
back curse.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, that is actually my bad. I'm sorry, Loon. Back.
Okay, hold up. Oh, we're not overheating as well. We picked up the one gun, got out of there. Instant reaction in case they went long. Hold up.
They're getting back out of there. I like the lack of over-aggression. They realize they've already got the
curse, yeah,
massive
we can get
reward.
it,
There's
right?
no need
We're
to throw
learning.
it away. Still gambling 3 towards the A site, though. That
They
does
get
mean,
early info no matter
despite
what.
the disadvantages, BBL are walking towards the weaker side of the map. 30 seconds.
Man, Westside's so far away from this gun that it doesn't even matter.
It's a small factor, but it could buy a
They're going to have Sova ult for after plant.
Whether or not there's not really any sort of activation. Yeah, immediately. It'll be a small amount of damage, but nothing to worry about.
Yeah, they get good plant for long. They're up against a smoker though, so they got to play on site a little bit, at least some. Makes sense. 2 on site, 1 plays off with.
And actually, Profix now the one looking to try and make a play. That's huge. Evens things up.
Yeah, Tamazi's still alive though. You still got to play 1 on site, in my opinion.
Becomes in the late round. Maybe it can pick off another. And Profix has been given the go-ahead to try and keep aggressive.
Here we go. Should be smoking to insta-stick. Ult's going to come out.
You know they're going to be quick to take site, knowing the Hunter's Fury's online. They'll want to give themselves as much time as possible. In goes one pulse, catches 2 players, kill.
Catch 2 so they can't juggle.
Low HP,
oh, no more pings anymore. No more pings anymore. Actually came into play for sure. Guys spamming the right.
It's a Red Bull clutch just about for the side of GX. They're going to get their first round off a sneaky defuse within the smoke and a matter of millimeters.
I knocked 91, thank you with the prime, thank you. Yeah, and this is a prime example of why you gotta try kill that home, and it's hard to play. It's hard to play long now. That plant, it was a good plant. It was a good plant. Just
sort of the HUD at the moment. I've seen Vax spot himself
it's harder these days
when his teammate has 7,800 credits. So I'm hoping that
it was more just playing off site against an Omen. I thought they owned it because the ult hit 2, and like the original plan was to one tank it, get half, and then the other tanks it so you get the full defuse. But they both tanked the ult at the beginning, so I thought it was done, but smoke was too strong. You saw the spams at the beginning going on the right.
For the side of BBL, some great ideas though again. And
prefer the new pings. See, I've spoken about this before. I prefer the new pings, but I understand why people are angry because ranked must be a bit of a. It can't be great with it. I'm trying to organize people. But
how does Profec want to deal with that? Gets aggressive, takes a pick for free while they're
why no Astra? You'll see some Astra. The problem with Astra on this map is C sometimes becomes a little bit weaker. Like solo Astra on C isn't great. So having the Omen means you can actually just like anchor C, and the Killjoy can do stuff like this. Again, the Astra is incredible, but there's a lot of good stuff that involves the Omen flash on this. Retake over towards A, aggro over towards like B main, A main, sorry. The confidence of this guy is pretty insane, and it looks like he has some. Looks like he has a lot of freedom. Nice shot.
Looks to take things into his own hands, and ex-duelist turned Sentinel, now turned Initiator. But he's still got the aim to go with it. He's looking for the full house when it comes to rolls in this game.
Didn't overheat as well, just holds behind. Whoa, wow, revealed. He's done it again over towards site, just 1v2. I know there was someone else alive, but it's on site 1v2. Alucard backwards, thank you so much for the 11 months. Thank you with the prime, bro. There's some lovely shots hit this round.
Yeah, it was one where, again, they get a couple of openers, but there is a response from GX. We're starting to see some of the heroes come alive on their side, where they've been a bit quieter thus far. I think especially towards the second half of the last map, we didn't see any of those plays.
Okay, where are we at money-wise? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Big rounds.
Winnable for the side of BBL. Still have the finances to spend, but those are diminishing.
Op solo over towards C. Dude, nice little bait towards B here. And full retake over towards A. Sure. Do we react once it's silent? Yeah, we do. We push down.
I'm not sure about, but the walk down, that's for certain. Still, looks like timing's a little bit missed by the side of GX with an A site wide open and a plan to come through. Not much to do.
They're looking a little bit similar to the pistol rounds in terms of how we wanted to play it. Yeah, one shot gives it away, second shot goes in. They walked into the A site, they still have Omen Flash under. How'd you retake this? And then now they can pivot, and we have the Omen, sorry, we have the Breach who can breach damage once they try and flood back out again. Like, this is great, man. This is really nice from BBL. Like, here comes the breach damage. As long as this guy doesn't overstep. Nice shot, man, you overstep. You're allowed to overstep. Jesus. God, he's actually farming them. He's really, really farming them. This was nice from BBL though. Like they just had too much util here. We had Omen flash for the original attempt to the retake. Yeah, this was nice as well. Yampi knew he was going to double shock. And then we had the breach damage after. What is that kill? Did he do full damage to him as well?
Yeah, there's no assist. There's no assist there. It's just him. that makes absolutely no sense. It must be nice having him on your team.
Yeah, he's wrecking him.
Hey, listen, a round's a round and a timeout for GX. They're scratching their heads about how they let that one slip. Understandably. Loon, 12-3 kicking off this map. Look, we talked a lot about him after the last map. We talked a bit about Purpo as well, that head-to-head in a duelist, and, well, if this was the attack side for GX, I might have more excuses, but
yeah,
right
he's
now,
good. There's a lot of good tier 2 talent in EMEA getting like their first shot this year.
And when it comes to firepower, I don't think it's a discussion right now. BBL by far taking the lead in that department.
When we looked at the first map, BBL felt like they got the advantage from timeouts. Really.
Yeah, the fact that Purpo has been missing so far
let's see if that's still a thing. This one
is
isn't really going to count because it's an eco. Money's starting to get good for BBL. There's a chance to get it really, really good. First time I've not seen them buy like an outlaw, but that's okay. Guess when everyone survives, it'd be mad to throw away a proper gun for it.
For now, at least. He's looking to try and get aggressive again, but it's not the same sort of danger that we saw when having that expensive sniper. Only a pistol in hand this time.
Yeah, and depending on the distance, even the headshot.
Okay, this is pretty chill from BBL. Just waiting for a push. We got a bait over towards C-Long.
Huge advantages for BBL. And they know it as well, looking at the economy. Just when they tap tab, they'll see this is not a full buy. Most of them can't afford Vandals if they want them. But they're still
drone to make sure that no one's close. Then we do the smoke. And this smoke double blocks vision from short and long, right? So it means that this rotate has to come in because they could have timed either way. So they pulled the rotate away from... Oh, dude, we got 3-person stack here. Hold up. Raid boss is still here. Raid boss down as well. Uh-oh. Omen has ult if he wants to send it with a spike.
They're taking a lot of damage back in response, though. 11 HP for Runner. Tomazi, this is the second time we've seen him on
Sociable sending this. Oh my god.
He needs to land another shot to at least chip away at some of the health. They've also got themselves...
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think they gotta at least try mid-round a little bit there. Very nice for Giants. How many guns do they pick up here?
And puts them one away from BBL's score.
I think that one bullet
Use with the Prime. Thank you so much for the 2 months, dude. Appreciate the support. Thank you. You reckon they picked up 3? Yeah, they should do. 3 close. I don't know if they like juggled the guns for the guy back at site.
At least for now. Loon shut down after just the 1, and that's a rarity. This guy.
You hear us over? Oh yeah, just at the end, but it's kind of...
I needed that one slowed.
It's fine.
I needed that slowed down. I didn't even notice the second player the first couple of times. Right back into
like to secure a round where you're all picking up the guns is good. It's looking like 3 people did pick up the guns. We got some ults as well if they want to play retake over towards A. And we got a meta at the moment where like you have to do something weird against the breach ult. It's too good over towards A. You saw how strong the afterplant was with A when you have Omen flash and breach damage. And dude, imagine they use the pressure of the breach ult to get over towards site, so they still have the breach ult later. This is sick from BBL. Love this. We're going like a step ahead, right? Everyone has a plan to play against breach ult on defense. They use the pressure of it to just walk into site. Now they have the 2 bits of util I was talking about and a breach ult. Breach damage shock, maybe? Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, and we smoked right side to make sure we could do this. Cloud has just done a recon through the smoke. And now they're all detained. Dude, Cloud has done a recon through the smoke, killed the guy out, and 3 of them are detained. That is insanity. That was sick from Cloud. 1 bit of util. Dude, this was a nice round to watch from everyone. Just a shame that it fell apart from BBL. I would have loved them to do breach damage shock instead of the push.
for them to try and push
the outplay after outplay. Yeah, this whole pressure the breach ult to enter site was awesome.
Yourself into the back corners of A, or go all the way back towards your own spawn, or you fight it.
Yeah, look at this. Kills the guy that was meant to kill the ult. No one else committed.
It almost became too easy when 3 players ended up getting detained. BBL now are going to take themselves a time.
Might have been
Similarly to the last map,
do you reckon their cage messed them up here as well? Cage messed them up, no pings to ping the ult, so they couldn't spam it again. Might have been another round that was
maybe didn't have the best of maps in the last,
that might have been down to not being able to ping.
Quite a lot, especially the round with the Marshal.
Harder to spam the ult once you get vision block.
He was landing some shots, some headshots indeed. Now we come into this timeout.
Can't read his handwriting.
The side of BBL, 4-4.
Might have been. I think it's just a set round from GiantX Map, right? They know it's just their anti-breach all rounds, right? They had like 3-person pushing middle, and then that's just his reaction once they smoke him off. Like that's this individual from Cloud gets smoked off, recon through as they're going for the ult. But this whole round from them, if you look at Giants, is just how they play against breach ult.
Attack side, 4 rounds on the board. There's not that much more groundwork to do here, as long as they can keep it close.
I think Silver ult lost a bit of value because of pings, for sure. It's definitely harder, especially on those maps where it's like uneven ground and you have different heights. It's not as simple anymore. It's rare to add some skill elements in the game, so that's kind of why I like the taking away the pings. Because we're getting to a weird area, especially with like Teo, the click and just instant like util reclear, sorry, site reclear, space reclear, I guess. But having anything like this that adds a skill level is cool.
You try and fight the man. You better not miss.
Yeah, Giants just went for a set play.
That's the exact start that BBL were looking for in this round.
This is a nice reaction, though.
The start they were looking for, the one that Purpo's been trying to
Jesus. Oh god, dude, the server's pretty stacked, man. Look at some of the stuff that's going on. The new kids are so good, man.
What a recovery! GX now in a 4v2 with a pretty good idea where these players are coming from, and Loon won't win the 1v2 duel. Maybe Vac will, but still plenty of work to do afterwards.
Wow, nice round to watch. Absolutely wild shots from West Side.
But the rest of the squad there to catch him.
That's insane. Like, some of the raw firepower that we have in this server at the moment, it seems to be the defining factor for whatever round we get. Loon's
what? He's not even landed.
He was not.
Oh, we saw him there. Dude, what a replay. Oh my goodness.
Okay, I would be hella tilted, but then your teammate does this, I don't think you feel quite as bad.
Holy hell, look at this replay. It's so stacked. We got reactions too.
That's exactly what you were talking about. They didn't come to his site, he went to them though.
Jeez, and we're back with 3 seconds. EMEA replay is actually unbelievable. Fair play.
No, he makes his own hand.
Give that guy a raise right now.
He used all of his blade storm there, and
even the replay guys playing OP. Yeah.
More ambitious
what the hell's
plays
going
we've
on
seen,
here?
and they are being punished ×2. BBL 3 versus 4 now. Weaker weapons. Weapons starting to fall by the wayside.
Some of these rounds genuinely do feel like I'm watching deathmatch. Like, it's just people running in for fight after fight, jumping into the angle with an operator or a guy you know is holding.
Dude, it's normally only the production for EMEA, if I'm honest.
Not really
and some heretics
when you
rounds.
had that opening pick and had the operator.
Everything else, I normally talk about the other regions more.
Now for Profek and Yumpy. Now, weirdly, I have.
We'll say the Chinese production is legit, to be fair as well.
Even when he was still at times a duelist on the team. So this isn't too much of a weird occurrence. It's just what he can do with it. Because the crossfires that are currently
heretics
there,
rounds? Yeah, you guys do some nice stuff. Ooh, that's a compliment. Take it.
They still have the turret as well for a short.
How is that not a double?
But unfortunately,
how's he survived that?
It's not going to be the kill.
8 HP. Westside barely hung on to life in that duel. Hey, there's a chance if Profek can land a couple of bullets, but it's isolating those fights that's the real difficulty. You can see there's no need for Westside to get aggressive. He is spamming though, and that gives Profek the space he needs. In for one to Mazzy Low.
He's got paranoia.
Smoked it off as well.
I think the smoke off's right.
into it. No,
the smoke
instead
off
just
is
using
right.
that to buy a little bit of extra time. Tamazi up
just
top,
play the
can't quite
spams.
see him. Drop down now, looking to push the smoke. They'll take the fight to Profek, but he
He's
is
playing
willing
pretty
to
well.
run that clock down. Here's 2 guns firing out. Walk up from Tamazi.
No pings
The
again, though.
spam's not good. And
Dude, the
Tamazi
no pings are
lands
really
the shot
making
in
these
time.
situations hard.
That will be
The
another
smokers
round
staying
on the
alive
board
is
for
really,
GX.
really important.
And an operator saved
More so
over
than
as
it's
well
ever
to
been.
bolster down their economy. It's looking good towards the end of this.
Yeah, it was a
half
slight
for the
wall bang with the
defenders.
collat, right? I think, just on the right of the door.
At this point, I wouldn't mind seeing Tamazi hold on to that operator. I think he's had
Great
his moments when it comes to that C-side defense. I think that's sort of the value that this team has, is you have a depth of Sentinels and Extruders, so if it's not really hitting for Purpo, you could try and swap that up. But I guess if it ain't broke over the
Clove
last
buff
7 or so rounds,
is
then
a
I'm gonna
clove
try and
buff.
fix it.
I didn't really consider
He's
that.
going to stick to the rifle.
That is a
Purple
clove
back
buff, though,
on
yeah.
that gun once again, and in a more standard position, Mitch. This has been somewhere you expect.
Problem is,
to
I think
see
the
operator
initiators are
rather than
just
pushing
so good at the
garage.
moment that you're gonna run that more than the double
You can do what
smokes
you want
these
with that
days, but
operator.
it's worth
They're gonna
noting.
launch
Whoa.
shots. Purpo is in a bit of danger and now
Pop your dash,
locked
please.
in is Loon, waiting for that repeat to come through.
Damn, dude.
Purpo fires into the smoke. Loon had pushed up to get a little closer to try to make a play. Well, that's certainly not worked out. One of the easier ways to drop Loon is if he can't see you. Fair enough, just shoot through the smoke. HP disappears just like anyone else's, just like Vax did right now. That Nano doing a ton of damage. He's down to half. Has
They're
claimed
gonna
bit of
get a
space
B.
on B for the
I'm
squad.
worried for BBL that they get the
I do
B
wonder
plant
if
and
the
then they
value
start
would be
using their
more if
ults
they
for
can
this.
Get towards this A site, give them some time
That's a
to
big worry.
really utilize this space. Instead, I feel like they've rushed into it a little bit, going for the plant on the B site. Now the defenders know exactly where they are, and with a defensive side that has a 2-man
Keep an eye on the
advantage,
server lurk on short. Turret just spots him now, so there's pressure, so you should see Giant speed up.
Good spray by Cloud as
Yeah.
well. Thins
Very
out
nice,
the
good flash
numbers as
dash.
Purpo's doing just
And they
the
know he's
same.
over towards A
Sociable
because the turret spotted.
1v5, that Hunter's
At
Fury.
least for BBL, I know
Gonna
they
be
lost this round, but at
extended
least they
this
didn't
time,
use their
as
ults
there's
into
plenty
it.
of players to run
It
in and
actually
finish
could have
off
been
the
worse.
defuse. He will just try to carry forward his weapon to the next. I don't think it's quite worth going for that damage. They've got plenty of credits to reinvest, and
Let's bring this
you've
to
got all your
Pearl.
ult orbs, but fair
Yeah,
enough.
looking like
7
it's
to
getting
5.
there. I was a
Is
little
the
bit
score they're
worried at the
hoping for?
beginning,
I
but
don't know if we'll get
been
there.
kind of
We
convincing.
have to hope so. After a close first map,
Take away the
we're
Loon
starting to see
rounds.
one team run away with it.
Yeah, I do
Giants are in
genuinely feel
control.
that it does seem like Loon get 3K or they're not winning the rounds. I feel
Yeah,
like
so
he's
far.
padded the gap within this map so far. Otherwise, it has just been fairly one-way traffic. You're talking about 7 of the last 8 rounds have gone the way of GX, and only the start was in BBL's favor. Early stun, aggressive stance from this defense. You can see the confidence building for Purpo, but it's only going to be the trading. In fact,
Oh my God.
a 2-for-1 deal.
Whoa.
Not a bad connection. TP up behind's got them some space too. Tamazi
Uh-oh.
be expected
Wait,
to be
Yampi?
sitting in this spot. They think they've cleared out a lot of it. Maybe he
Ooh.
ran the other way.
Oh, boy.
Do they suspect that he's gotten himself into?
Dude, he would have to kill 3.
unusual
He doesn't kill
spot?
3 here, right?
They could go.
Just don't
walking
shoot the
past this,
first
or they
person.
could just take him out quick and easy. But it
Yeah,
looks like the
yeah,
latter.
then do you
They're
drop
going
down
back
to
in
try
the
to get
other
more?
direction. Tamazi realizes now he's got the spike. He's gonna stick around. TP into the corner, has a smoke still, but goes for the fight instead.
Dude's
Now Smoke a
W
little too
king
close.
forward.
Not quite able to defend the spike.
Oh,
and with
God.
The reveal, he's in danger.
Ah, dude, it was
Dealt
almost
with,
good.
But he's given
I mean, it was
Westside
good,
a
but it was
winnable
almost
hand.
great. Let's say that.
Yeah, the problem is
I can't believe after he gets the 2K, W keys forward.
already completely under the control, or at least it was, of this attacking side. Profek patiently clearing everything, and Westside has gambled on the wrong side of the map. It's going to be a fairly hefty rotation.
Westside 1v2.
And in the meantime, they can play off those post plants. They can
Yeah, I'm
figure
not
out
counting
where
them
they
out.
want to sit on this map. It's going to take him at least 10 seconds or so to just clear everything out of the back lines before he can even attempt this retake.
The clock would be ran all the way down. He's seen one already. That's some information for Westside to work with. The second player still, though,
Wing off contact.
an unknown quantity, and he stepped right into his crosshair.
Nicely
Sociable
handled.
with a good
7-5
spot.
ended up being a
Claiming another round
normal
for the
half.
side of BBL.
But
7-5
you
indeed.
gotta
The
think
close
BBL had
half
pistol
carries
and
forward
some
to this
hero
map,
rounds
and,
from Loon into this
well,
one. It was
now
pretty
the
convincing
challenge
from Giants.
really still left to be claimed for either of these squads. Thing is, the pressure is on for GX. They can't afford to lose this one. We're gonna go to a break. When we come back, we'll find out how half 2 of Haven is gonna shape up.
How's BBL Giants looking? Is anyone playing better than you expected? Loon's playing better than I expected. That's for sure. Honestly, BBL in general with a stand-in is playing better than I thought. What is this? Music. Slow Duty with the Prime. Thank you so much, chat. I'm going to mute this for a little bit. We're going to save the VOD. Any reason why you think these teams aren't playing Teo? We haven't seen the best maps for Teo on this. Like, if you were going to force Teo into certain maps, you're more likely to do it on Bind, Split, Fracture. Especially when you like have such a short amount of time to kind of spoon them into your team. They're the maps you're kind of looking out for. So yeah, it would just be a time thing is pretty much what I'm saying. Watching EMEA is good. Yeah, we got some great tier 2 players playing this year. Geo at 52 with the tier 1. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you for that. Calls in the off season. Yeah, we'll open it up. Once we get deeper into this year, we'll start doing more watch parties with other people. Kind of want to do kickoff on my own, and then we'll open it up a bit more.
I don't know. I think that
Wake Up Cyan with the Prime also. Thank you for the 3 months, dude. Of course, as well. Thank you for saying that.
Loon being put into a position where he doesn't have to just dive head first in. The only problem is I
think people will do Teo Deadlock on splits. Yeah, it's a really strong combo. I think that kind of combo, there's some other combos also, but I think that kind of combo is going to get the Grav net nerfed a bit. I think the Radius is too big. The Radius is too big to have a point and click perfect double damage util. That's the issue.
Purpo also, I think he went from like what 1 and 5.
Like if there's some skill involved where it's like a nade and you're having to aim it, when it's point and click and you can 100% get it to line up with the corners, that's when it's a little bit too strong. Me and Minnie did a really good one on Coach Potatoes for free if you want to check it out as well. Just a little duo guide for your ranked game. We tried out first time, I got 11 kills with util, I think. First time we've done it, so it's not too bad if you want to check it out, if you want to annoy some people in your games. Bind only, it's free though. You tried it out, it's fire. Yeah, it's actually not too bad, right? As soon as I realized you could jiggle peek and get info with your util ready to go. I don't know what to call it, like the brim smoke thing ready to go.
It's definitely not as gruesome as it used to be, but
Jam Base, thank you so much for the Prime. Thank you. For people that are following along for the whole best of 3, pistol wise 2-1, looking like 3-1. Uh-oh, what have I done?
Into action. He is definitely looking back, but his nemesis still stands within the sight. Just
God, he looks calm, bro.
Welcome to VCT Loon.
He looks really calm. He's responsible for so many of their rounds. I will say that this should have been done before all of that, so I wouldn't count this one, but it still looks great. Kegidi, thank you so much also, do appreciate the Prime, thank you for the 8 months. Clean? Oh, it's crazy clean, look at him go. It just looks calm. Like there's no pressure. 17-9, been complimenting them against the anti-ecos. This is another one.
Lost the amount of Turkish players, but I think the amount of Turkish firepower might have actually gone up.
And again, if you have a guy that is good, like sniping, whatever you want to call it, like I do think if you lean into it, you shouldn't be getting ecoed as much as teams were last year. It was definitely not utilized enough last year, but I think teams this year have been looking into some other teams and realized that the stats really back it up. Buying this gun means you just don't get ecoed that much.
And giving hope that they will get that chance to battle on the decider, but instead BBL look to finish it here.
I wonder if this
Opinions on Deadlock on Haven. I think Deadlock's in a good spot, but you need to do some mad comms to just slaughter in, I guess.
You have me at Turkish. Because honestly, I know we're gassing him up quite a lot. It's only his first day on the stage. And he's been super impressive. Map 1 was incredible. Where is he going? He's just dashed through the smoke and turned around and killed
dude,
Tomasi.
well, there's my gun upgrade.
He's not afraid to make unusual plays. Let's
He's
just
just not
say
afraid.
No,
We just
that's
hit the
I agree.
sentence
He's
there.
actually not
This is a
afraid.
squad that what the
He's
winner of
been
this goes up against
he's been
Fnatic.
doing a
So,
lot
like,
of mad
Alpha's gonna be
plays
sat there going,
solo.
oh, no.
Like
Really
he's
gonna have to
Someone's coming
prove
for my
yourself
crown.
this is sick.
again.
He's like one of those
Another
players that you would play
challenger,
against
but this
in a
one
prac,
really
and you
has
would
the
like
bite to back
he
up
would do
that
something
mark.
like this, and you'd be like,
Yeah,
dude would never do
Rian's
this in an
already
official,
enough.
and then he's doing it in
Well,
officials, and you're
5
like, well,
versus 4.
I can't say
GX
anything anymore. Like he's
got the
actually
spike on the floor,
he's
but
playing
they
it like
got
a prac.
teammate down as well.
Of course, the trade is there once again. Sociable adds another to the death toll. This is starting to get dangerous. The only thing that's a worry is that clock. Still got the aftershock
Can't get
going.
up.
That's going to buy even more. And in fact, they're landing every single shot.
Yeah.
Perfect. There's not really anything he can do here. I don't believe they've got it to half. Just waiting
Dude,
to
Westside
see if
can
he
do no wrong, I
damage.
swear.
The post farm of GX was sublime, and a round that looked like it was
The
going
amount of
BBL's
one taps
way
this guy
has
hits
slipped.
is
Yeah,
it's up
the
there.
lead will be maintained for now, at least. GX up by 1. Thing is, you know, if you're on the side of BBL, you're going to look back at that. and
Look
think,
at this.
We had a lot of weaknesses. Weaknesses like that bulldog.
It's nice though.
apparently.
It's a
But
nice
in the
little
hands of
play
Lou,
though. As much
just
as I was
doesn't
like
seem to
saying
hold
that
true.
he's just doing a
Lots of
thing, we
kills
had
for
stun
them.
behind with
Pushing through
recon.
that smoke,
It's a
taking the space
honestly
afterwards
nice.
and
It's
walking
bonus
into
rounds. You go
Westside
for something
crosshair.
aggro to punish
Proves
them once
to
they
be a
go
mistake.
A
I
long
said he had a
default.
slower start.
It's
Again,
nice.
though, when you're on that defense, you're a sentinel.
Yeah, I
It'll
think
come
it
to
was
you.
picked
It
the
is what
op
it
up.
is.
6. Like, it wasn't even bad.
Wasn't terrible,
1,
it's just
2,
whatever. But this is more what I
3,
was expecting
1,
to see.
2. I
He
mean,
is
everyone. We've
putting
got
up
5
a
people that
fight
can't buy,
against
3 people that
BBL,
can't buy,
claiming that
and
lead,
that
and
is
Purpo's won the battle.
still
Wanna
though.
let
2
go
people
of
on
it.
site. Hold up.
Finally, we see Purpo get a victory
They would have loved that kill.
over the young Turkish star. And immediately, they're going to back off. They're going to take that victory. They've, I guess, maybe heard the rotation even. Like, Westside has got quite a deep position towards Garage, so that might just be the reason that they've decided, okay, we've heard 2, maybe even 3 players rotate. Let's not go that way anymore.
Are still droning A long despite Spike
Yeah,
being
drone
outside
A long
B.
though to
Maybe
see if
expecting
there's
someone's gotten aggressive
one
on A,
person
they'll hear the
holding it.
drone,
There's
they'll call
not,
for the
so they're
rotate
thinking
back
that
in the
2
other
people are
direction,
on
and
site.
That has happened, whether it was the drone or just timing. They've decided to rotate to A. Players now caught in spawn.
No one
not
trying to
ready
get a kill.
react to this B hit. Profek is though. He's good on the angle, and even doubling up for a second. That's
Dude,
Purple
it's
and
like
Runner down.
all of the
The spike
tier 2
still in the
kids that
hands of
came
GX,
up
but map control limited.
they're all
They
just
have
like
chosen the correct
just
direction,
showing
though.
why
It's
they've
lighter
been
towards
picked
C. In
up
fact,
pretty
it's
much in
wide
the fast
open.
game.
They'll
It's
step
sick.
right in to fill that space.
Looking for that plant. Yumpy shot.
Dude, imagine being an old dog that came from CS, man. I'd be
Make a
so
way into
scared.
it, but
Every
not gonna
year
find
I'd be
anything.
so
Good
scared.
trade, though.
You've really got to
From
practice a lot to
Tomasi
stay on
Apart,
it.
The man of the moment, Westside, the post-plant king. He's pulled out rounds for them already. When you go back to that first map, Tomazi's got to be careful. The angle for him is not ideal. In fact, it's Westside that takes a lot of damage and Profit waiting. It needs to be another crazy clutch first. Goes his way.
When he
but
starts tapping, I
the
get pretty
movement of
nervous. Shout out to
Yumpy and the
Profit here.
shots of
Really nice
Profit
rounds.
are going to gift another round. It is BBL
Money.
up to
Money's
8.
low. Money's
I
low.
think
Got the
Profit is
plant.
definitely, like, if
2
you
hero
watched
guns for this.
Ascension, he's someone that needed to be highlighted. You look at the early stages, maybe you were only watching later in the tournament.
Crazy
you go,
because
okay, I
people used to
didn't
get
see too
nervous.
much of
These
this
kids
guy.
now just drop 30 in the
Their team
opening
started off
match. Yeah,
with
that's
that
the thing.
victory over
Dude,
Apex.
I remember like
One of the rosters
even on
that was
Prat Chat and
actually
stuff,
challenging,
I always used to
and I
speak
think
about
they
this where
did
it's
go
like,
through
well,
on
it's
a
the first
very
time they
small
might be
margin in the
nervous,
end.
and it just never happens. And after like
He
the
was
10th time
definitely a
you've done it
standout, playing
and
that control
no
role.
one's ever nervous, you just
Someone I
can't
think
even
over the
speak
season
about it
is gonna be a
anymore.
joy to
The only
watch.
person I bring it up
Okay,
for
he's
these days
slightly
is
being
Kaya.
overshadowed by
That's the
his
only
teammate
person
at the
that
moment,
actually
but
have that
a
worry
4K
about.
that won't
Everyone
need it,
else is
puts
just a
lot
beast,
of
it just
pressure
seems. Just
on the
no
economy
nerves
of
somehow.
GX, and more importantly, BBL right back in the
Yoriko
game.
with the
Played
tier 1,
safe,
thank
so
you
their economy's
with the
still
12
down to its
months.
last
Appreciate
credits
that.
for a lot of these
Thank you,
players
oh, yeah.
after that win. It was a big play. Profek certainly has his
Minches with the tier 1 as well.
all over
Thank you with the 30
that
months.
last
Thank you,
round.
thank you.
Now looking to get aggressive again.
Havoc had that,
Previously
but he
caught
didn't
the
play his
pushing
role.
in. This
He
time
didn't play the
doesn't
role
even
that he
let them
farmed tier
start
2
the
with.
push. A shutdown on short, and Cloud and Westside left to do it all. Now damage has been done.
Yeah.
And a rifle retreat, it's a little scary till that is returned. Westside on 29. What
That's the
should
thing.
be now an easy close.
Yeah,
And the nerves comes out during the trials and cracks more, maybe. Benji Fishy said something that was interesting in the Heretics like podcast thing, that he He just wasn't nervous because he was like playing with other people, and like just because you're with other people, like you just, it was more like a prac because everyone's talking and chilling.
I'd say watched is a bit of a loose term. He's now coming back to make sure they haven't got past them.
Very nice, man. I tell you what, a clean round here with 4 people. I know they got to armory by all of them, but them staying alive is really, really important for the money.
Well, that's it. That's the scary thing. Heated up now. With 1 round in between them in the lead, slipping into BBL's control, some aggression out of Profek, 2 rounds back to back.
NG played Fortnite Lands, that's what he was referring to. I don't know how Fortnite works, but he said that he was nervous for the solos, but he wasn't nervous for the duos. Because it was like someone talking to him and it just felt like he was on TeamSpeak, Discord, whatever, talking with his mates. Red shot still though, is in purple. We go fast over towards here. This trip was here earlier, so we've learned. We've got smoke in. We've got a jet that can dash away after the plant. Who is this lunatic on site? Of course it's Yampy. Omen Flash goes in. Is he going to send it for a one-way? Of course he is. Dude, he insta-taps. I like it. Keep an eye on the Omen late luck from C. Oh boy, Standing. Standing's going huge. Tamazi gets spotted over towards here as well. Yeah, we can just insta-stick this, right? Very nice. Ooh, hold up. Hey, nicely done. BBL handled this well. I was impressed. Shout out to Vac though.
10-8. Now BBL 2 in the lead. And for GX, well, starting to look back at the previous map, starting to look a little bit similar. A close first half, neck and neck. The space diminishes
as well. Like on the players towards the door, like you know that they're going to push this.
For custom advice and Coach Potatoes for Premier. Dude, give us a message and you'll see. Mini's very good at replying. I'll be honest, I suck at replying. The mods will back me up on that. But Mini answers a lot, so if you wanna ask some questions, Mini's probably got you.
Economy starting to run low on GX. Lots of credits invested into this one. A Blade Storm from Purpo. Luckily, as they don't have an extra rifle.
Giants are kind of all in. And by kind of, I mean they're all in.
Money problems, a thing of the past.
So you want to see this?
Start to build up this bank operator and
this
play
is like
Blade Storm to back it up. Rolling Thunder just one
Omen ult situational. If Yampy gets a kill, he gets his ult. We have a 3-person stack on A at the moment. We got Op coming out early info-ish.
Your eyes drawn to Loon, but it doesn't look
okay, still nice from Giants, right? Question mark creative pressure here. They might need to re-clear this at one point. You're going to see a drone come out probably at like 50 seconds, honestly, is where I'd be doing it. 45.
This was a play towards A. Although now you've got 2 players still looking to try and maybe
yeah, a little jiggle into a drone. Oh, they hit their own drone. Okay, they don't have to do anything. 2-person fake keeps 3 people here. Keep an eye on the. Dude. Let's see what Vac's got. Maybe back-to-back rounds of being a hero. Spots them. Oh, he's sticking. He's sticking on site here. Dude, there's so much going on at the same time. I was gonna say, imagine he got that duel. 2v4 at its peak into a 2v3.
But still with limited time.
Big flash to swing.
Now down to 15. They need to make a move.
Okay, nicely done from BBL. Shout out to Vac, survived this the whole time. Are you starting to see how strong the say this is C site? How strong the double cage can be to just create question mark where you are back a site. It's so hard to deal with. And it makes sound when you go through it as well. Loon got both on A site as well.
Well, we've solved this early information. We cleared that. No one's going to take that back from us. And again, okay, sure, it's just Loon going walkabouts and winning the round for them, but it was enough information and then just a solid hold on the other side of the map without a need.
The thing that I didn't like here from Giants is like their big thing is the Sova ult. That's a great shot. Would have loved the plan around the Sova ult here as well. Pressure because the gun probably fell onto side as well, and they know their eco.
Yeah, I mean they're very ready for him to peek up top, but that hasn't
really Infair thank you so much for the tier 1, bro. Thank you.
Wide open. Drone going up won't be heard either. It's cancelled early after just spotting
Yampy, okay to retake because he has his ult. BBL, pretty proactive on their defense.
With a lack of information, have gone for the push on C side.
This is going to be a hard retake just because of how far away they are and the fact that they're going to have to go a little bit faster because we've got Sova ult. They also have pretty early info of the alarm bot that they can play off of.
I guess they wanted the stun for Runner more than anything else, but if he plants there, he has his
It's G Team 555 with the Prime as well. Thank you so much, dude. Welcome into the Slug Club. Thank you, thank you. Oh, this is nice though. Did he not just get out? He gave him a lot of info. 2v5 at its peak. The thing is, that gun is just so good. Damn, dudes. Giants gave it a really good go. Shout out to Cloud on this one. Made it kind of doable, but yeah, this is nice. I didn't like that they turtled so much in this area.
That was a round that I was a little worried about. The fact that Prophet comes up behind with the perfect weapon, one bullet takes down these players when you're running that outlaw, when they've not gone for that full investment.
Look how much info he's cleared for them, and they're still here.
And that's what turned
yeah, at least they're fighting together, I guess, but long-range West guns.
Big players dealt with and access back in with a follow-up kill. I mean,
dude, if BBL 2-0 this, that's insane. Stand in as well. It's a really worrying sign for Giants.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was Loon a lot in the first. Still had some big rounds in the second, but Profek has really been impressing when it comes to this defensive side.
Not the wave, yeah, he's actually giving it.
It's a roster that
Keza, thank you so much for the Prime. Thank you for the 18 months.
Right now, it's looking like a bit of a miss, and it's definitely a worrying sign, especially up against the BBL that has a player missing, has a lot of rookies to the league. And you're coming in with, well, 4 players who have been in the VCT before, and the other is Westside. It's not like someone we don't talk about. Cloud looking for that opener. It's going to be Purpo to follow up instead, and the response not there. Profek's in position, though.
Being the hero of a lot of these rounds, starts it by catching
Omen
Purple
up to back his sign. They just
doesn't catch. Runners clear, sidestepping and making it
Great
into the site.
Oh my God.
For Sociable, not quite doing much, and well, they just fire right back. It was. It revealed them.
We'll do a slow countdown. Still 2v4.
And instead, we now look to Loon and Yumpy. Loon looking to make it happen again. A nice first fight.
This guy just needs to make sounds for Yumpy to play next, for sure.
And the distraction of the dash used to buy some space and time for Yumpy to thread the needle up through long. Loon again!
Wow.
He just keeps on delivering, but this time the Lunatic is put down, and Yumpy is the hero they need.
Dude, even this round isn't convincing from Giants.
GX down to just 4. And they've tapped.
Oh my God.
The timing is huge.
Oh my. That is incredibly close. 10 HP. The 2v4 was almost on.
Yeah, you could see Tomazi sort of fell
We are not having convincing rounds from Giants here.
Turn back around.
Loon, bro, everyone was just getting insta headshots in the 2v4.
I feel like those pacier hits do seem to be working wonders for the side of GX, and while after the combo breaker finally comes through, the one good thing for GX is they've been keeping that economy honest the entire time. It was always clutches.
Okay, I like this from BBL's coaches as well. They gave them one chance to try close it out themselves, now they're getting involved. Ooh, what's this?
Even though they've won 5 in a row, the economy is still being called into question here for BBL.
Well, you saw Powell with his playbook out. 3 rounds left to play with. Economy not looking
Does
fantastic.
EMEA have the worst IGL situation out of any region? Yes, I think that's fair to say. We got a lot of like,
giving 12-10 over.
I don't want to say star players, but kind of star players turned into IGL.
Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be an easy round for GX. Profek's been popping off.
Boo's in shambles, dude. Heretics are like we got a couple of teams that do, but if you're looking, okay, let me rephrase this. If we're looking at like the 12 teams, there's definitely like a struggle for some of the teams to find like born and bred IGLs. Let's say that. Dude, Boo's just ready to take offense to everything I say. It's crazy.
Fairly early on from the season, it seems, and also everybody they picked up is like either a CIS aimer or like someone who we know has fantastic individual performance. But the fact is, Loon and Profek.
Nice save. That's what I was coming from. Maybe just didn't word it right.
and look slightly better as a team. That start, though, is not
Okay,
bad.
so eco in this one, so
No
nice
man's
shot.
land. Although Yumpy will
Course
deal
you're
a
repeaking
net blow
Yumpy.
to 1, I don't think he's long for this world.
All right, we'll see what the timeout was for once this one's done.
Rifle for Sociable, at least a good chance to deal damage, and they are.
Nil.
Walking the
Why is
right
the whole
way
of
to
Heretics
gamble
here?
for
What's going
GX.
on?
They don't know where their opponents are, and they're going to just use the pack mentality. Steps now being heard. Back knows exactly what's going on. He's going to get into position on time. Reveals for backside. They hide behind the smoke, allowing those 2 pulses to go through, and now they pick their moment to emerge. A reveal of their own about to come
Sorry,
in.
Weber.
It's
Do you want me
destroyed
to shout out
immediately.
you
They
as
turn
well?
their sights to that smoke where it came from. Already dealing with back and knowing Sociable's there. This round.
Okay, 4.5 to 2.
Foregone conclusion. 12 to 10.
And let's see what the buy round's like.
This is where the pressure truly is on for BBL. They came into this one as underdogs, not necessarily for reasons they would have liked. But the fact is, when you get this close to closing it out, that will be so much more painful if GX are able to get it back over the line.
Wolfpack
What we sort of
actually
talk about
is.
experience in general, across the board in
The
terms
assemble.
of players on the team, I guess excluding Yumpy, who kind of eclipses everyone, but even
Yeah, they're
talking
looking
about coaching
nervous, the
stuff,
coaches.
Mark, you
Must be
came in
horrible.
last year,
Horrible
How's
one,
it
but
joining
BBL
this
just
year?
do look
Pipson's
better.
been there a while. Waylander's new. But GX have been here before. Majority of their players have been on this stage before.
Couple of kill
Can they
trips.
show why? Even
The drone's gonna
can't
check.
be their experience.
Trap there, waiting
Ooh,
for
here
the
we go.
dash.
Like I said as
Although
well,
it's a
everyone
little
has
shy,
a
eventually they will be
round that
spotted
they'd
back,
like
though.
to do
Having been
against
stunned
the
up, not ready to
attack
pounce, will not
breach
punish.
shorts.
On the back of
BBL's
that
version
trip,
is just the
it's been
classic
destroyed on
cypher
short
trips
two,
here,
so
try
nothing
get a
left to
kill,
play
then
with, and he's
4-person
been spotted.
retake.
Spams
Problem
now
is at the
forcing him to
moment,
the
what I was
open,
talking
shock
about
darts to
earlier, is
pursue
we
him.
have breach damage that
And
should be
damage
able
down
to
9 HP.
stop the
Great
original
shock
hit.
dart coming
They
out from
decide to go
Cloud. The flank's
2-person
being spotted as well.
behind,
They
and
know
they try
it's
and go
coming.
heavier heaven.
It's
This
Loon to
Omen
swing
Flash
the
hasn't
angle.
got too
West
much.
side,
Omen Flash
greeting him
goes
on the
in
other-
to
well, in
break
fact,
the
bailing
breach
out,
damage, and
moving
now
to
they
the
can
A side.
proper
They'll
try
instead
retake.
Fight forward into the defender spawn, suspecting that's where it's weaker. West side and Tamazi putting up the numbers, and it's back down to 9 HP from earlier. Trying desperately to give
Okay,
them
not
a
too bad.
way
At
back
least
in.
BBL had
They
like
look at the
a
economy,
set
they
plan of what they
realize
wanted
it
to do
just
against the
isn't
breach short.
worth the risk.
In my
2v4
opinion, this
low
doesn't
HP.
really
They go to
work
the other
anymore
side
with the
of the map.
cypher playing here. I think you've got to be
Vaccine
more
safe. I think he'll
proactive,
save
but I still like the
successfully.
idea that they
Yumpy's
did
got a player hot on
2-person,
his tail.
fake to
I
retake,
think they are high
and then
tailing
tried to retake as a
quickly
group.
as they can to try and take these weapons away. They had 4
Okay,
players
4
alive in the last round
chances
for the
down to
attack,
1
so
last chance for
they're not really
BBL.
worried about the finances, but both will be able to survive, and that's important. They are in a bad spot financially if they don't hold on to those 2 guns. The problem though now is 3 rounds in a row for GX. Relatively clean ones, especially in comparison to some of the ones we've seen in the past. And in terms of ultimates, they definitely seem
Never
like they're
wave.
closer to some of the more dangerous ones.
Yeah, I always get nervous when stuff like that happens.
1 round left to play for. Time to put
I remember,
it
dude,
all
I remember playing C9
on
at
the
Champs,
field. Loon, we
and
haven't heard from
Soulcast
him
shouted
in a
like,
while.
"You're flying
bit
home"
more
or
quiet.
something after the
They know
first
where he
map.
is. They've seen that
Like we're
cloudburst
1 map up,
land,
and he
but
starts
the second
shouting
is a
that, and I'm
fake.
like, oh
He
god,
pretends to fall back, stays
please
for the
wait.
fight, and one bullet
Like
lands,
please don't do that.
and he gets out with his life.
I hate that
Fight
stuff.
though on the C side won't be quite as easy to dismiss. Yumpy putting out his util, trying to cause a bother, but GX
Omen
are
ult back
quick on the
aside, doesn't
kills,
stick it, but
taking
probably
control of
spotted
Garage,
him.
blitzing into
Flash
the
goes
site,
in,
and
Vac has to
sending
be a
back into
hero.
spiral. They could be anywhere all
But that's some
around
nice
and
timing as
dropping
well.
into
Fair
his
play.
cage.
That was
Another
nice to
is
watch.
found. BBL, they thought they might have had this 2-0, and if they do, it might have to be in overtime.
They need a hero once again. Luckily, both the players we've talked about are still standing, or at least one of them is. Sociable, only there for a
Okay,
trade. And
4
now he's the
chances. We
only
get an
one left
overtime.
to try
All
and
4
stop
gone.
the inevitable. It's been
Damn.
3 in a row, looking for 4 as GX have come alive right at the depths.
Getting themselves
and
a
left
good
on
chance
just
here,
5
Giants.
HP. The chances
And what you want to do?
now
Yeah,
seem
then on top of that, next
an
map we play,
absolute
Leaf
zero.
has like 14
Time
kills
at
in
least still
5
there,
rounds or
but
something.
It's not going to be anything more. GX, it seemed like they were
So
down and out.
on top of
Seemed
it, I'm like,
like
man,
they
why
were
have they
heading
done
to
this?
the lower bracket, but they have managed
Pickens
the
is still
streak.
alive,
Oh,
yeah.
there's still some life left
For a
on
bit.
Haven. We could go all the way to Pearl. It wasn't looking likely. I think they needed 4 in a row at one point.
Yeah.
I don't know why I looked at you, Tom. If I look at the screen, I can see they needed 4 in a row. But to make that happen didn't seem too likely. It was a huge streak of rounds from BBL. But GX have managed to hold on tight, clutching to that ledge. And They won't go falling off just yet.
For people that are relatively new, the teams, once it gets to overtime, get one more timeout each.
That might be back to comfort for someone like
So
Loon,
they could be timing out here if they wanted to, if they had an idea of what they wanted to do.
Up for these huge plays. Have GX finally figured out Loon, or are they about to taste some of his fury once again?
A lot of this attack side was down to him.
Recon clears everything. It's nice. The issue is the Giants have 3 people here, and we're about to see an insta-C react. Okay, they're drone pushing all the way through as well. Trip breaks, so they know there's some good amount of pressure here. A lot of pressure on Cypher at the moment. Better see a vac cam in a little bit. Here we go.
They don't know the vac
One,
is here.
he did great.
Aggressive. The shots don't land though. Big punish from Tamazi. GX now look to make their way a little bit closer towards C. Sociable's here to greet them. Only finding himself the
lovely
one
trade.
before being
We got a
dropped.
nice
GX
crossfire.
maintain their
Damn, Purple
advantage,
got
double
both.
down. In fact, Loon, the furthest back man, a sneaky position.
Purple got
but he has
3.
To make a move now. Purple has just been shredding.
Oh boy.
And they knew exactly where he was. Suspicion confirmed. And the
Giants
round
first,
on the board means
first go at
GX
trying to get us
are now
to
fighting
Pearl.
for that third map. Just one round to make it there.
It would be the most sort of like GX fashion to be able to just turn it right at the last second. The same old team. For the unfortunate truth of BBL, that sort of lack of experience. Mentioned it, that youth was really shining in the early stages of this map, and the second they got to closing it,
Scrim Purple is here.
we see
Yeah.
the tenured
It's a
VCT
good time to show
players
up.
start to show their might.
He looks so nervous, man. That was a big sigh of relief. Flora_Bunda with the tier 1. Thank you for the 19 months. Thank you, thank you.
You're out at least, but that lower bracket's not going to get any easier. I don't. That's the thing that's so exciting about coming back at the beginning of the year. I don't know who's going to be good. And for anybody out there who's going, well, I do. Just bear in mind, I would say in
Is Grim Purple a menace? Yes, he's at least in my opinion. We used to play him a good amount of times. This is back in like 2021 as well, where he would just pop in practice. But then you would never see anything like the level in officials. You would still see an okay level. You would never see like Scrim Purple.
From Liquid, Fnatic have made changes as well. New vitality. There is so much on the line here. So maybe
this is definitely a good time for him to do it.
Best team, or maybe you lose this match and you've lost to the 10th best team, and then you're going to go up against someone even tougher in the next match. It is brutal.
Yeah, there is no easy matchup on paper. I'm sure we'll revisit that point in 2 or 3 weeks, and we might have a different
stage 1 we'll be like, oh, they had the easy game.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a blowout. But for now, it's all unknowns, it's all question marks, and separating these two teams seems to be quite a difficult task. 13-9, BBL took GX's map pick. But GX fighting back, we've gone to OT. Loon looking to recapture some of that magic from the first half. He won't find a victim.
Sunsmoke dash.
Very patient
big
on
kill.
one side of the map. On A short, not quite the case, and Sociable puts them in the ground.
I'm not
Loon,
sure
though,
about
is
that.
Reaggressing.
5v4.
Of it after they had the advantage, and now it's put GX right back into a position to pounce. Yumpy's trying to maybe catch the player utilizing that drone, but hasn't guessed the right side.
Tens, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 7 months. Thank you for the tier 1.
Stalemate for now. On that A site, Profect, the other.
Yeah, the peak bringing it back to a
success of BBL in this map.
4v4 is devastating.
Like the call is there. Rotation already
Solo Omen on site. Sociable might be able to give him an recon. Or Jewel from Heaven. Wait, no smoke Heaven.
Good paranoia to start us off. Utility's not gone. He's made it out at least, but Sociable's dead.
Don't need to smoke Heaven if you're hitting that shot.
Landed.
Ah, why have you done that?
He attempted to cover his teammates' fall back from that utility. He's lost his life in BBL now. One man down. The retake, tough up against the utility, still waiting to run that clock down a little bit further, but there's not much left for GX, so they get aggressive. A crossfire to start as they walk out of hell. It's going to be a couple of kills going GX's way that leave.
Damn, dudes. Okay. Rough one for BBL. 4 chances to close it out. Giants winning both rounds in overtime. Dude, shout out to all the tier 2 players, by the way, man. We're looking nice.
Dreams were coming true. An opening day that no one could have written. Instead,